Hi everyone, I'm Cheryl Mahoney and I'm the author of the Guardian of the Opera trilogy. And I'm here today to talk about Book 2, Accompaniment, and the arrival of the proof copy, which is a very exciting part of the process in publishing a book, at least for me. So the proof copy is the author copy that comes before the book is actually public. And it's a way to do a final check on the details, make sure everything looks right when it's actually transformed into a solid physical product. And that's what's exciting about it for me, that after working on a story, an entire novel, or in this case an entire trilogy, for potentially years on my computer screen, and printing it out on 8.5 by 11 is not really the same thing, it becomes a solid physical book like all the other books on my many shelves that you can see around me. So I am of course going to show it to you. Here is the proof copy that arrived a few days ago. You can tell it's a proof because it has that lovely gray stripe saying this is not for sale, it's not the final version. But other than that, this is exactly what the final one will look like, except for any changes I make, of course, because that is the whole point, that I want to see if there's anything that needs to be changed. And that does include reading the inside, making sure the formatting looks good. Some authors will fully reread their entire novel in paper to see what that looks like. It's different to the brain. When you look at it in paper, you might catch something you missed. I don't usually do that. I have a different final revision process. I am planning to reread the last few chapters though, because I made some very final, late in the day edits to the climax that maybe I'll talk about in some other video. So I'm planning still to reread it just to make sure everything looks the way I want it in there. Mostly this is about formatting though, for me with the proof copy. I also do my own cover design, so a lot of it is making sure the cover looks right when it actually is here as a physical book, apart from the gray stripe. So it's really fun because it's a series to see the two books side by side for me, and you can see, I think, the pattern that I'm doing with these covers, with the mask at the top and the matching font and everything. And then it's really cool that I was able to get the same model to be Meg. There was a photo shoot where this same model did a lot of photos in the ballet costume, and it's nice to then have the same Meg from book to book. So on the whole, I like the cover. I don't know if it's going to show up quite in the same way in the video as it does in life. It looks a little gray in the background to me. So I've actually already done some editing to kind of brighten that up, bring some of the color of the grand stare of the opera back into the image. There were some filters and things that were kind of graying it out. So I think it's going to be a little bit brighter when you, I hope, get your own copy. I also feel like Eric is showing up there a little too solidly. You can see he's much mistier and more ghostly in book 1. And I actually want him getting a little more solid as the books progress, but this is too far. This is like, maybe he'll be that solid in book 3. Book 2 should be somewhere in between though. And then I always like to make sure the spine lines up. As you can see, all the words fit there. And then it's nice to see what the back looks like too. So the symbol for book 1 was music notes for Eric. For book 2, I went with daffodils because there's a scene in here where Meg is talking about daffodils and how they represent hope and the promise of spring and the possibilities of new and beautiful things, and trying to look for the good things during a cold and dark February, which, as I say this out loud, that is probably a good message for all of us right now, even if it's not February. So maybe that part of the book will speak to you. We'll see. But I did daffodils because it is a symbol for Meg, in a way. Symbolically, daffodils are associated with Meg throughout the book. So that's basically what the proof looks like. I think it's kind of fun to see the title page. I always turn to there and see how it looks. You can see I'm repeating the daffodils there. I do not yet have a proof copy of the hardback. You may have seen the hardback version. This is book 1. Book 2 is going to look very similar. I plan to follow the same pattern of the black and the gold lettering. I'm going, of course, as you might guess, to use the daffodils instead of the music notes. So you can probably imagine what the hardback is going to look like, even though the proof of that is not here yet. I haven't built it yet, but it will be. And all of them will be available September 4th. Right now, you can already order the Kindle as a pre-order. The paperback and the hardback are not available as pre-order, but you can go ahead and order the Kindle. It will have the same cover, just, you know, digitally. And the paperback and hardback will be available September 4th. And of course, you'll get your Kindle copy September 4th or September 3rd. I hear sometimes they send them out a little bit quick. So that's basically what I wanted to show you today. A sneak peek at what the paperback version of Guardian of the Opera 2 Accompaniment is going to look like. And don't forget that you can go ahead and order the pre-order the Kindle right now, but look for the paperback and the hardback September 4th. So thanks so much for watching. If you have a question about proof copies or the book or the Phantom, go ahead and let me know. You can also go to my blog, marvelous-tales.com, where there will be more information about the book and my writing and all that kind of stuff. And the Phantom. I've been posting about the Phantom a lot. So, thank you again for watching, and I hope you'll check out Accompaniment September 4th.